So today, we're going to be talking about what happens when you reject a narcissist because you have finally figured out who they really are.
So on my channel, I like to educate and spread awareness at the same time. Today we're going to be talking about narcissistic personality disorder. It involves a pattern of self-centered, arrogant thinking and behavior. As usual, I will share some real-life examples. Hopefully we will all learn something and be able to pick out the narcissist in your life.
So a narcissist is someone who is self-absorbed, who feels entitled to exploit the emotions of other people. A narcissist is someone who lacks empathy. So they don't have a natural emotional reaction to other people's pain, to other people's concerns. So they lack compassion for others because they generally feel superior to others. They have a grandiose sense of self. To a narcissist, they really are more important, more deserving, more intelligent, and more worthy of praise and validation and recognition than anyone else. They may not be overt about this, but in time, if you spend enough time with a narcissist, you will notice patterns of put-downs when speaking about other people. You will notice envy. You will notice a severe sense of competition. You will notice that they are passive-aggressive. You will notice that they absolutely want you to see them as the expert, as the know-all, as the know-it-all of everything there is to know about just about anything. And if a narcissist ever feels slighted by you, then you become a threat. If a narcissist has labeled you as a source of narcissistic supply and has lured you in through love bombing and has hooked you in really good and perhaps has trauma bonded you, which essentially means that through the course of your relationship, through the course of the ups and downs of the relationship, the narcissist has convinced you that everything and anything goes wrong in the relationship. Anything that goes wrong in the relationship is absolutely your fault. They will twist, they will blame shift, they cannot take accountability or responsibility. And one of the things that I think is really, that makes this so difficult is this idea that narcissists are so convinced that they are right. When you're talking to someone and they're convinced that they saw someone that you know at the movie theater, but you heard that this person was on vacation in the Bahamas somewhere, but you're talking to someone who is absolutely convinced that they saw Mary at the movie theater. And you know that Mary told you that she was in the Bahamas. And so you're rightfully confused because the person that is convinced that they're right is so convinced that they're right. So it makes someone who is normal and healthy question themselves, like, maybe I got it wrong. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Mary lied to me. Maybe Mary really wasn't in the Bahamas. And so they're very convinced that they're right. They're also convinced that they have a right to treat you the way they want to treat you. So they lack a sense of introspection. There's no desire on behalf of the narcissist to know thyself, to know thy true self. Narcissists live through the false self, and they want to believe in this projected false self, the false self that protects them from vulnerabilities, the false self that causes arguments with you, pretends that there is a triangle going on that really isn't going on. we also need to understand some fundamental things. Narcissists fear vulnerability, and that's why they have to appear better than you. That's why they have to develop a false self. The false self protects them from feelings of vulnerability. It prevents real intimacy from happening. Even though the narcissist needs you very much, and in my humble opinion, a narcissist is highly codependent, because a narcissist cannot survive without sources of narcissistic supply. They need to have people mirror back to them a sense that they are awesome. And unfortunately, they don't only want praise. Sometimes the narcissist will settle for, in lots of cases, they'll settle for your fear. They want to feel dominant over you. And so even if you're not praising them, that's okay, as long as you're afraid to leave them. As long as you jump when they tell you to jump. As long as you walk around on eggshells. And as long as you tolerate their dominance and their control over you, the narcissist remains content and can be emotionally regulated. This is what they need to maintain emotional regulation. So imagine what happens inside this giant 2-year-old when you pull the pacifier out of his or her mouth and you say, no. What they think is they're in pain. You are the reason they are in pain. Therefore, it's all your fault they are in pain. Therefore, they have a right to be vindictive. They have a right to abuse you. And sadly, this really is the way they view things. And this is what makes them so dangerous, because they're able to rationalize and justify being vile, being vindictive, and being cruel. And so it's important that we understand that rejection is definitely going to trigger narcissistic injury, and you will be seen as a threat. The narcissist has lived their life trying to avoid feeling vulnerable, and all of a sudden, now here it is. They're feeling vulnerable. Narcissists have done an amazing job at finding a way to be in relationships without actually relating. Their passive aggressiveness, their condescending comments, the way they project and gaslight their victims has all worked to avoid a narcissist from feeling too vulnerable. The narcissist has worked very diligently through love bombing to make sure that you attach to them, but they will never attach to you.
I'll admit that all over YouTube all day. I'll work up some rumors, drive fear into you. The fact is, at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, brother, it'll be me still standing and blasting you on my YouTube channel. Fucking individuals on YouTube.
So
when
why
I find out what Scott H is, I'm going to drive down to Tennessee and smack him right in his fucking dead legs, his gimpy leg. I'm going to come down there and kick him right in the cock. I'm dead serious, too. I only live 5.5 hours away from him. This phone call with Chase. Oh, my God. This fucking guy. Hey, Chase, you're out there, you little bitch. Get stepping, son. What a sleaze. What a scumball. Y'all tried to discredit me and still are, but now all of you are saying exactly what you called me crazy for days. Weird, huh? I never call anybody crazy. I just call you monotonous and annoying. Pointless. You talk in circles. You take up for Candace. Okay? I put myself through endless nights, which doesn't mean you're not emotionally attached to the case. I put myself through endless that's work listening to you. So come in my chat all you want, but don't tell me what it is I'm doing. That ship sailed, buddy. That ship is fucking sailed. Nobody needs to come on my panel. This is not that sort of show.
I think that if Penny has something to talk about when it comes to Jody, I don't know what transpired. I think that should probably be handled, like maybe Penny on your channel, because you have an emotional attachment to Jody.
But I mean, like, everybody's going to have an opinion. I've been quite open with mine all along. It doesn't mean that you don't have relevant information. The fact that people want to take Jody Sue and make her, hey, can I make some Jody Sue dolls? Can I get you some money quickly in your pocket? Oh, I want to be that person, Jody Sue. That's not me. It doesn't mean I dislike Jody Sue. That's what you are, True Crime Commentary. Okay? Do that in your own fucking platform. Don't do it in my chat. And don't come in here gaslighting a fucking situation, emphasizing the point that we're trying to treat Jody Sue one way or the other. That's a problem. Uprising, let Penny on panel. I don't fucking think so. Go on your own fucking panel, Penny.
Yeah.
That ship sailed, honey. That ship is fucking sailed. Nobody needs to come on my panel. This is not that sort of show. You don't need to come up on my fucking show defending yourself unless I demand it. Go fucking gaslight your own situation on your own fucking channel. All right? I told you I didn't fucking care. You are the key to all this, Penny. And here you are still running your fucking mouth. Still trying to latch on and leech on like cancer to the situation. Why don't you fuck off? How about that? Okay? If you don't fucking see how sketch you look in all this, then you're blind. Okay? It's been a lack of accountability from yourself throughout this entire scenario. Believe me, it's not just me that has this thought. There's 50 to 100 people on a daily basis up in the sassafras coming up with this determination, all together, group watching you carry on in other people's live chat. So if you're legit, let's see some legit content on your own channel. I don't need to come up and converse with you in my live chat, but yet here we are. So there's always exceptions. I seem awfully crabby tonight, don't I? There's some things that have to be said.
No, I just think that there's a lot of bullshit going on, and it's not
a lot of bullshit. It
crabbiness.
starts with Penny. Penny, if you don't see how you look in all this, get the fuck out of here and don't come back. Okay? If you can't be accountable for your actions while this all goes on, then you have no place over here. You never have. Go carp my fucking subscribers somewhere else. Start on your own fucking channel. Because the narrative on this one has not wavered since day one. Not through the lot of you. But you're welcome to stay as far as you want, True. I always leave that aspect open for being wrong. Hey, it's not up to me to determine whether or not you're guilty of something or not, or what you look like. You know, I haven't got us to this point, Penny. It's you and your little crew that have. Right? Everybody's watched it. This is not everybody's first rodeo. You're not privy to any key information, but yet you portray that you are. You give you this illusion that you are. That's a red flag. So what's really going on behind the scenes? I don't think, and in this one, I have a hard time thinking that Dawn is directly involved in it. The more and more that I discover about this, the more I question of it. But anything's possible. The reality of it is bizarre to begin with. That's why you all have your own channels to do your own thing on. But they're still actively garnering donations. Under false pretense even. But didn't I read something, Tiffany, about the FBI, the response letter back to Enchanted Life Path?
Yes.
Detecting, I was detecting criminal behavior, fraudulent behavior. I should go back, pull that up. I should, but I'm not going to.
if I thought, okay, so a lot of people, let me just say this before I step away. A lot of people are saying that I put Summer in danger by releasing just the little bit that I released, okay?
That's just a troll. Get the fuck out of my chat. Anybody that says that, ban them.
No, no one said it in here. But they have been saying it everywhere. But in my opinion, the benefit.
How do they know? How do they know? How do they know? How do they know? Is it?
How do they know what?
Why is it Tiffany Marie's fault at this point in time? Why is it Marie's fault at this point in time? There's a lot more guilty people putting her in danger with the continued cockamamie bullshit that they're pumping down YouTube on the daily than something that you want to be true. You want people out there so badly to put it in whatever context that you want those short 2-minute clips to fit into, but you can't. You cannot. That was the whole point. So you can think and be mad all you want and run around and post that everywhere, but it's a troll. Everybody knows it. Don't get upset, Tiffany. That's fucking garbage. It's bullshit.
The cops are not going to just sit and wait if Summer is with someone and everything is fine and there's nothing wrong and she's being taken care of. Do you really think for a second that law enforcement is going to let her stay wherever she is being held against her will? Think about that for a second. That's bullshit. Bullshit written all over it. It was the way that he described what happened as if he was there. That's what bothered me. The way that he described as if he saw it himself bothered me. And I really don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about it.
That's why they're saying it. It's trying to force you to release that entire call and say, see here. And then they'll say, oh, no, you still put her life in danger. Listen, fuck, don't even listen to that shit. The point is it's stupid. If you don't recognize the entendre behind this, the motivations behind Chase, and everybody who he cuddles up to and the whole process behind the scenes, it's not so much important that everybody at home sees it. What's important is that I see it, I trust it, and I can broadcast it, and you can trust it to be true. Now, Dante, hello. Let me see it. You said, AB, this is what I sent the email about, in my opinion, which I am entitled to. No one should have repeated this info. Don't release any further bits of the call. Hey, Don Zay, you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about in that regard, okay? I'll release all that call if I want, where I want, when I want, how I want. And you don't make a goddamn lick of sense in that regard. It's flawed logic, they call it, okay? Anytime somebody wants to silence you and censor you from doing anything, believe me, this is more pertinent to what's actually going on in the Summer Wells case than where Summer Wells is. We know. Okay. Oh, do you know what you're talking about, Donze? Okay. Well, that's fantastic. I know what I'm talking about too, Don. Yeah, it's more LARPy. It's like listening to the Lamplighter Theater group, you know, on that prayer vigil, that pretend prayer vigil that they had. What do you think about this crew of out of Central Casting out there in the Tennessee Hills? What else did you expect? Don't you got honkies at where you live, Tiffany? Rednecks?
Yeah, we have honkies. Will you play music? Will you play country music?
They got rednecks in Rhode Island? What do you call
there's rednecks all over. You have rednecks, bumpkins. All over.
They're fucking bumpkins. Primitive motherfuckers.
Country bumpkins.
People who aren't civilized. Country bumpkins, yes, bumpkins. Fundraiser is being run like an actual scam, a fraud. They're not actually giving you any reason to donate. other than the fact that you should donate to them. John Crimes, WTF can go, is wrong with that guy. He's dangerous. He is just an idiot. I'd like just to punch him right in the mouth. Essentially, you're robbing our subscribers, you fucking idiots. You're filling them full of bullshit, asking them to click that link so they can donate so you could handle their money, manage it, and give a small percentage off to the Churchill Rescue Squad. Scandalous. Scandalous. That's exactly what you are. Q is a bitch, okay? You got that? Q, you're a bitch. You don't like that? That's not misogynistic. That's labeling you kind of what you are. Wait till my next video when I blast all your businesses, and I encourage everybody to go leave all kinds of shitty reviews all over the internet with what you consider business. And you're swimming around in the middle of my clientele. Get fucked. Conspire and pull, kick it with Tiffany and kick it with Tiffany and conspire and pull strings and rugs out from underneath people. It's kick it with Tiffany and conspire and pull strings and rugs out from underneath people. It's going to get a lot more entertaining. I'll admit that all over YouTube all day. I'll work up some rumors, drive fear into you. I'll admit that all over YouTube all day. I'll work up some rumors, drive fear into you. I'll admit that all over YouTube all day. I'll work up some rumors, drive fear into you.
So today, we're going to be talking about what happens when you reject a narcissist because you have finally figured out who they really are. So a narcissist is someone who is self-absorbed, who feels entitled to exploit the emotions of other people. A narcissist is someone who lacks empathy. So they don't have a natural emotional reaction to other people's pain, to other people's concerns. So they lack compassion for others because they generally feel superior to others. They have a grandiose sense of self. To a narcissist, they really are more important, more deserving, more intelligent, and more worthy of praise and validation and recognition than anyone else. They may not be overt about this, but in time, if you spend enough time with a narcissist, you will notice patterns of put-downs when speaking about other people. You will notice envy. You will notice a severe sense of competition. You will notice that they are passive-aggressive. You will notice that they absolutely want you to see them as the expert, as the know-all, as the know-it-all of everything there is to know about just about anything. And if a narcissist ever feels slighted by you, then you become a threat.